Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back for day 11 of the Tantric Path in Practice. Today we loop back to purification, one of the two stages of preparation for the Tantric Path. So just a little bit of a reminder that there are a lot of different things, methodologies that we can engage in for purification. One of the most important is relaxation. So if you think about the two aspects of the nervous system that we tend to oscillate between, we have the sympathetic nervous system, which is the part of the nervous system that allows us to be in action, to act and to react. When that's the case, the blood in the body tends to flow predominantly into the appendages, the arms, the legs, the hands, and the feet, so that we are prepared to react at a moment's notice, usually for our own safety, but it could be something else survival oriented. The other aspect of the nervous system is the parasympathetic nervous system, which is often referred to as rest and digest. The digestion part is what I'm mostly invested in today. For purification, we need to have a healthy digestive system. Otherwise, the things that we're ingesting, whether that's mental or physical, will just either flow right through us and we won't glean any of the nourishment. And again, that can happen both mentally and physically. Or if we don't know how to break things down, if we haven't nurtured our digestive system enough to be able to actually break down what we're taking in, discern the difference between nourishment and waste, then we tend to get constipated. And again, that happens not only physically, but it can happen mentally, psychologically, spiritually as well, where we just get bogged down. So in order to facilitate optimal digestion, we have to access the parts of the body that shift us into parasympathetic nervous system response. So with that being said, we're going to start with Makarasana today, diaphragmatic breath. And throughout the practice, as much as possible, even when we're up and moving, if you can remind yourself to continuously come back to diaphragmatic breath and to soothe the nervous system by breathing today predominantly with samavriti, so smooth, steady, balanced inhale and exhale that is governed by the diaphragm, then we'll be able to access that rest and digest aspect of the system that much more easily. Okay, I think that's enough for now. Let's come onto our mat, onto our belly. Ready for some yoga, please? Like you go far. Go lay down. Go lay down. Okay, come on to the mat. All right, so in Makarasana, legs are going to be extended long behind you. They can be a little bit wider than normal. Legs can be either turned in, turned out, or neutrally aligned. Stretch the belly a little bit, almost like you're coming into Sphinx pose, and then let the belly become quite soft and squishy and heavy. Use the forearms to prop up the rib cage just a touch. So the bottom ribs are making contact with here. They're still kind of heavy, but the upper portion of the rib cage is elevated somewhat, so that our awareness is really drawn to the diaphragm, which is housed in its resting position in those bottom ribs. And then when it's active, it draws down toward the pelvis and then releases back up. So with that in mind, release the weight of the head and bring all of your focus into your breath. We're going to be in Makarasana for just about 3 minutes, enough to establish the diaphragmatic breath in a meaningful and lasting way. breath somewhat conscious, so you're really establishing that rhythmic aspect of the breath. Approximately a 4-count inhale and 4-count exhale. One more minute. Notice if you're holding any unnecessary tension anywhere else in the body, and see if you can let that go. Think about the neck, the head, the shoulders, maybe even the hands and feet. Very good. Conclude that next breath and then start to make your way to your hands and your knees. Taking your time, continuing to nurture diaphragmatic breath. When you're ready, begin to flow through cow and cat. On inhale, drawing the collarbones forward, lifting through the crown and tail, and feeling the diaphragm drop down toward the pelvis. On exhale, gently round the spine and invite the diaphragm back up toward the bottom ribs. Flowing at your own pace through these two postures. On the next inhale, come to a neutral spine. And on the exhale, start to take the pelvis around in circles. So just the pelvis rotating, giving a little massage to the digestive organs. Stay conscious of the movement of the diaphragm. The breath remains smooth and steady. When you're ready, switch direction. Again, notice if any unnecessary tension is creeping into the jaw or the shoulders. And let it go. One more rotation and then come back to stillness. Just notice for a moment. Now we'll move dynamically into child's pose, Chakravakasana. Inhale here on the hands and knees. And on the exhale, keeping the shins and thighs at least parallel, if not together, start to round the spine, soften the elbows, lower the forearms and the forehead to the mat. On an inhale, lift back up to the hands and knees. Exhale again, rounding the spine, drawing the diaphragm a little more actively up toward the bottom ribs. Inhale, rise to the hands and knees. The diaphragm drops toward the pelvis. Exhale, rounding the spine, inviting the diaphragm back up to the ribs. We'll do that once more, and then we'll linger in child's pose for a few breaths. Staying in child's pose. Support yourself in this posture, however is best for you. Maybe blocks, maybe a bolster or blanket, maybe just on the mat. And nurture smooth, steady, balanced breath. The next inhale, let's come back up to the hands and knees, tuck the toes. And exhale, find downward facing. Go ahead and pedal the feet a few times, continuing to loosen up through the hips, but also conscious of what's happening inside the space of the belly. Notice if you have a habit of holding tension in the belly, always drawing the navel to the spine, for example. And let that go so that we can just employ that activity really intentionally, strategically. So find some stillness in your downward facing dog. And once again, bring awareness to the movement of the diaphragm, coordinated with the breath. Feeling the diaphragm reach toward the pelvis. And then soften back into the ribs. Once more. On the next inhale, let's lift the heels, soften the knees, and look toward the hands. On the exhale, step lightly up to the top. Press down through both feet, soften the knees a little bit. Inhale to lift halfway. Find a little bit more length and strength in the back body. And then exhale, fold forward. We'll do that 3 more times. And again, think about and experience the movement of the diaphragm. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, release. Diaphragm shifts up toward the ribs. 2 more times. Once more. And then linger for a couple of breaths in this forward fold. Soften the knees a bit more so that you can feel a little bit of compression between the rib cage and the thigh. When you're ready, press down through both feet. Inhale to rise, reaching for the sky. And on the exhale, let the arms come down by your sides. Give yourself a moment in Tadasana. Now we'll just begin to move through some sun salutations. First, Surya Namaskara A, to get things moving throughout the body, throughout the mind as well. Inhale, sweep the arms forward to come up. Exhale, release into a fold. Continue to be conscious of the diaphragm. Inhale, lift half up. Exhale, step back to plank. Inhale to hinge forward. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, back to the hands and the knees, up the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels, soften the knees, look toward the hands. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reaching for the sky. Exhale, arms release by your side. Again, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale to the hands and knees. Exhale to child's pose. Inhale, back to the hands and the knees, tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels, soften the knees, look toward the hands. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach for the sky. Exhale, arms by your sides. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift to the hands and knees. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, back to the hands and the knees, tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels, soften the knees, look toward the hands. Exhale, step to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach for the sky. Exhale, arms by your sides. Once more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, hands, knees. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, back to the hands and the knees, tap the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's stay in down dog for a few additional breaths. Once again, connecting to the movement of the diaphragm. On the next inhale, lift the heels, soften the knees, look toward the hands. Exhale, step lightly up to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Stay for one extra breath here. As you hug yourself maybe a little bit closer to your thighs, on the exhale, think about scooping the diaphragm more actively into the ribs. On the next inhale, let's rise. Exhale, release the arms by your sides. Give yourself a moment in Tadasana. Good. On the next inhale, Utkatasana. And the knees, sweep the arms forward. On the exhale, let's just fold over the bent legs, sweep the arms behind the back. Scoop the diaphragm into the lower ribs. Inhale, lean back, sweep the arms forward and up again. This time on exhale, can you just the left arm down and back, little twist. Inhale, bring the left arm forward. Exhale, right arm down and back, a little twist. Inhale, sweep the right arm forward. Exhale again, keep the knees bent, sweep the arms behind the back, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up, reaching for the sky, straightening the legs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, soften the knees, slide the left foot back for warrior one, rolling the heel down, squaring the hips. Inhale, rise. Exhale, straighten the leg and sweep the arms behind the back. Inhale, rebend the knee, bring the arms forward and up. Exhale, same idea. Straighten the leg, sweep the arms back, fold over the front leg. Inhale, rebend the knee, sweep the arms up as you rise. Exhale, keep the knee bent, fold forward, bring the hands down. Take another inhale here to lengthen. If possible, keep the heel rooting to the earth. And on the exhale, gently rotate the rib cage to the right. If you want, you can extend the right arm. Take an inhale to sweep the arm up alongside the ear. On an exhale, sweep the arm back. Once more, inhale to bring the arm alongside the ear. And on an exhale, release all the way to plank. Inhale to hinge forward. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Feel the movement of the diaphragm. Exhale, stay. One more inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Give yourself an extra breath or two here. On the next inhale, float the left leg up and back. Just get a good stretch. Exhale, lunge the left foot through, setting up for warrior one. Rolling the heel down, squaring the hips. Inhale, rise. Exhale, straighten the front legs, sweep the arms behind the back. Inhale, rebend the knee, arms up. Exhale, straighten the legs, sweep the arms back, fold forward over the front leg. Inhale, rebend the knee, arms up. Exhale, keep the knee bent, hinge forward, release the hands to the ground. Take another inhale here to find maybe a little bit more length and space in the spine. Exhale, rotate the ribs to the left. Think about what's happening in the belly. Maybe extend the arm. Inhale, reaching the arm alongside the left ear. Exhale, sweeping the arm back. Once more, inhale, extending the arm. Exhale, look down, bring the hand down and step the right foot to the top of the mat. Inhale and halfway. Exhale, fold. Hug yourself into a fairly deep fold here. Stay for another breath. On the exhale, see if it's possible to squeeze a little bit further. Inhale and release to Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, straighten the legs, arms by your sides. Give yourself a moment. Release any holding in the belly. Feel the diaphragm move. One more breath. Good. Inhale back to Utkatasana. Same idea here. Exhale, hinge forward, folding over the bent legs. Hands can sweep behind the back. Inhale back to your chair. Exhale, sweep the right arm down and back. Hug the left hip back, a little twist. Inhale, bring the right arm forward, both hands lift. Exhale, left arm sweeps back, right hip hugs back, little twist. Inhale, left arm comes forward, both arms lift. Exhale again, hinge forward, sweep the arms behind the back. Inhale, rise through chair all the way to standing. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, soften the knees, slide the right foot back. Again for warrior one. Inhale, rise. Exhale, straighten the legs, sweep the arms back. Inhale, rebend the knee, arms up. This time on exhale, stay and just focus in on alignment for a moment. Hug the inner thighs toward one another, spinning your right inner thigh toward the back of the room. And then softening the sits bones more toward the earth. From there, potentially bending the left knee a bit more generously, but ideally without dumping into your lumbar spine. Good. Now, bring the ribs back a little bit. Think about lengthening and opening up through the back body. Diaphragmatic breath. The legs are quite active. but we're soft and spacious in the belly right now. Very good. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Keep the legs straight. Exhale, fold forward. Hands can sweep behind the back, or you can bring your hands to the ground. Stay and breathe a moment. If the hands are behind the back, bring them down to frame the front foot. Take an inhale to lift halfway. And on an exhale, twist gently to the left. Good. Find the setup that works best in your body, that is sustainable, where you can experience that balance of steadiness and peace. On the inhale, extend the left arm alongside the left ear. And on the exhale, sweep the arm back, but bend the elbow and see if that helps you bring a little bit more focus into the space of the belly. Good. Inhale again, extend the arm. Exhale, bring it back, bend the elbow. Think about what's happening in the belly. Inhale, extend the arm. Exhale, release all the way to plank. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Wrap the triceps back, keep the toes tucked. Exhale, stay, feel the movement of the diaphragm. One more inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Give yourself a couple of breaths here. And then inhale, sweep the right leg up. Exhale, lunge the foot through, warrior one. Inhale, rise. Exhale, straighten the right leg, sweep the arms behind you. Inhale, rebend the knee, arms up. Now we're going to stay. So on the exhale, try to relax the shoulders, hug the inner thighs together. Bend the left inner thigh a little further back, which might help your left hip bone come forward. Release the sit bones nice and heavy toward the ground without clenching through the glutes. Maybe bend more generously into the front. Now notice if you have unnecessary tension in the torso, and try to let that go. Breathe diaphragmatically. So even while we're experiencing a decent amount of effort and sensation in the lower body, we can simultaneously cultivate ease. Good. On the next inhale, straighten the leg. And on the exhale, fold forward over that straight leg. Hands can come to the floor or they can sweep behind the back. Stay and breathe for a moment. Still conscious of the movement of the diaphragm. 。 . 。  . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . If the hands are behind the back, release them down to frame the front foot. On an inhale, lift halfway. And on an exhale, rotate the rib cage to the right. Feel free to extend the arm if that's comfortable in your body. On an inhale, the arm can come alongside the ears. On an exhale, we'll sweep the arm back with a bent elbow. Really think about what's happening in the space of the belly as you deepen that twist. Again, inhale, extend the arm. Exhale, bend the elbow as the arm draws back. Inhale, extend the arm. Exhale, look down, bring the hand down, step the back foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold and stay for a few breaths. Good. If your weight is predominantly in your heels, try to bring it forward a little bit so that it's more balanced in distribution. That's going to activate both the legs and the belly a bit more. Try to keep that weight centrally balanced, and then hold on to either the feet or the backside of the ankles or calves, and draw yourself a little bit closer with each exhale, inviting the diaphragm really far up into the ribs. One more breath here. And then release whatever grip you might have on the legs. And on an inhale, come through chair. Exhale, straighten the legs. Bring your arms by your sides. And just be a moment. Release any strain or holding in the belly. Free diaphragmatic breath. Very good. From here, bring the feet fairly wide, toes angled open, and come down for Malasana. Before you come into Malasana, though, give yourself a chance to just ease into it. We have not done much external rotation, so you're probably still feeling fairly stiff. So be gentle. And then find a Malasana that you can linger in. Bring the hands to prayer if that's helpful. You can use the triceps or the elbows to keep the knees rolling open so that you can release the effort. Try to release any holding now in the pelvic floor and breathe diaphragmatically, thinking about facilitating release. Notice where unnecessary tension is living: jaw, pelvic floor, hip flexors, neck or shoulders, and soften to the best of your ability. One more breath here. Release the hands down, and on an inhale, slowly float the pelvis up. Bring the feet to parallel. And on an exhale, gently fold over the legs. Just stay here for a moment. From here, on an inhale, hands on the ground, lift halfway. Exhale and fold forward again. Then hold the breath out, scoop the diaphragm up. Keep holding the breath out as you lift halfway. Release the belly, then inhale. Exhale, fold. Hold the breath out and gently lift halfway. Release the belly and inhale. 4 more times. Exhale, fold. Hold the breath out, then lift. Release the belly and inhale. 3 more times on your own, no strain. When you're finished, just relax in that forward fold a moment longer. Maybe shake the head no a couple of times. So we can notice the impact. Soften the knees, bring the hands to the hips, and inhale, rise all the way to standing. Exhale, relax. Just breathe. Let's make our way down to the earth. One seated forward fold. Extend your legs out in front of you for Paschimottanasana. So we'll move dynamically here. Each exhale will be a little longer than the one before. 5 count exhale, then 6, then 7, then 8. The inhale is just free and easy, whatever feels right in your body. Inhale to extend the arms up. 5 count exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. 6 count exhale. Inhale to rise. 7. Inhale, rise. And 8 count exhale. At the bottom of the exhale, just stay in the fold and soften for a few breaths. If it feels good to you, you can continue with an extended exhale, maybe 4 counts in, 8 out. Keeping the hands on the ground for support. Inhale to gently rise. Exhale, drop the shoulders, lengthen the spine, close the eyes, and just be with the breath. Relax the belly and feel the movement of the diaphragm. From here, let's bend the knees, scooch up toward the top of the mat. Getting ready to roll ourselves down. Inhale, simply extend the arms up. And exhale, release. Let's take a moment to neutralize the spine a bit. Just one bridge, pressing down through the feet. Inhale, float the pelvis up. Feel free to extend the arms alongside the ears. Exhale, roll yourself down. And then nice and easy, hug your right thigh in. Maybe stretch the left leg long just for about 3 breaths. Another gentle massage for the digestive organs. Set the right foot down, draw your left thigh in, nice and easy. Feel free to extend the right leg on the ground, 3 breaths. Feet on the ground, knees bent. Windshield wiper the knees, or if there's a different twist that you're interested in, you're welcome to that as well. Before Shavasana, one final Apanasana, just to return to symmetry. The last little opportunity to facilitate release. Again, connect to the movement of the diaphragm. And then stretch out. Find your comfy Shavasana. If you'd like, you can again place the hands on the belly. Invite the whole body to grow soft and heavy and still. Still, save for that subtle movement of the diaphragm. Enjoy at least 10 diaphragmatic breaths here, counting backward from 10 to 1. And then if you are concluding today with your asana practice, linger in Shavasana for at least another 10 minutes. If you are transitioning right away into the rise, you still have 3 to 4 minutes, so complete your 10 diaphragmatic breaths and then move slowly and gently to transition into pranayama and meditation. Know that we will be continuing to engage with diaphragmatic breath as well as systematic relaxation. So no need to get overly energized in the next few minutes. Either way, thank you for being here and see you soon.